Subkingdom Metazoa. All animals except protozoans are multicellular. They are placed under the subkingdom Metazoa. The subkingdom Metazoa is divided into two divisions, Parazoa and Eumatozoa. Parazoa. It is a small group of animals that are structurally multicellular but functionally unicellular. The tissues or the organs are not formed in these animals. The nervous system, which coordinates various cells, is absent, and hence the division of labor in these animals is negligible. This division comprises only one phylum, that is, Porifera. Example, sponge. Most of the animals are marine, however, some live in fresh water also. They live a sedentary life and remain attached to rocks. They show asymmetry, that is, no type of symmetry. Their body is porous. The pores open into their body cavity known as spongocele. The spongocele opens outside by a single big aperture called the osculum at the apex of the free end of the body. The spongocele is lined by flagellated collar cells. The skeleton of the body is formed by spicules, which act as the endoskeleton. These animals exhibit intracellular digestion. The excretory substances are thrown away through the osculum along with the outgoing water. Respiration takes place by diffusion of gases. They lack a nervous system. They reproduce asexually by external budding and internal budding, and sexually by producing male and female gametes. The subkingdom Metazoa can be divided into two divisions, namely Parazoa and Eumatozoa. Parazoa. These are structurally multicellular but functionally unicellular creatures. It has only one phylum, that is Porifera. They are mostly marine in nature and have a large body cavity called spongocele. They undergo intracellular digestion. Respiration occurs by gaseous diffusion and they lack a nervous system. They can reproduce both sexually and asexually.
What are cnidarians? Hey everybody! Today we are going to talk about an exciting group of aquatic animals known as cnidarians. Cnidaria is a phylum that contains more than 10,000 species, all of which are found in both freshwater and saltwater environments. One of the things that makes cnidarians unique is their specialized cells called cnidocytes, which they use for capturing their prey. There are 5 classes of cnidarians, and jellyfish are found in 4 of them. These classes include Anthozoa, Scyphozoa, Cubozoa, Hydrozoa, and Staurozoa. Cnidarians typically have a simple, typically symmetrical body shape like a bell, like a jellyfish. Or they look like tubes anchored to a single spot, like coral or sea anemones. There are 2 types of cnidarians, swimming Medusae and sessile polyps, and both have tentacles around the mouth, which have stinging cells called cnidocytes to help them catch prey. Remember, cnidocytes are what make cnidarians unique from other animals and what gives them their name. Cnidarians are both predators and prey. Their prey ranges from plankton floating in the water to animals that can be several times larger than they are. Their predators include starfish, sea slugs, fish, and turtles. Cnidarian bodies are made of mesoglea, which is a non-living jelly substance. The mesoglea is found in between 2 layers of epithelium, which is a covering made out of tissues, just like a sandwich. They have a single body cavity for respiration and digestion. They do not have any respiratory organs, but they absorb oxygen from the water and expel carbon dioxide. While cnidarians do not have a central nervous system, they do have a collection of neural tissue that could be a processing center. One of the most amazing things about cnidarians is their ability to regenerate. If they lose a part, it grows back. Pretty awesome. Now, you might be wondering, are jellyfish dangerous to humans? Well, jellyfish stings can be quite painful, but most of the time, they only cause humans mild symptoms. However, some jellyfish can be quite hazardous to humans. The almost transparent sea wasp jelly is believed to be the most venomous of all, and is responsible for almost 70% of all deadly stings yearly. Never fear, not all cnidarians are harmful to humans. Coral reefs, for example, are super important because they provide fishing grounds, protect shores from currents and tides, and are hubs for tourism. That seems pretty helpful to us. Want to try to say cnidarian 3 times fast? That could be fun. But first, let's review what we have learned today. Fill in the blank. Blank reefs protect shores from currents and tides. Coral. True or false? Cnidarians have a central nervous system. False. Which type of creature is found in 4 of the 5 classes of cnidarians? Jellyfish. Nice work, friends. Cnidarians are fascinating creatures. The next time you see a jellyfish or a coral reef, you can share what you've learned about these amazing animals.
Ctenophores are commonly known as sea walnuts or comb jellies. They are exclusively marine, radially symmetrical, diploblastic organisms with tissue level of organization. The body bears 8 external rows of ciliated comb plates which help in locomotion. Digestion is both extracellular and intracellular. Bioluminescence, the property of a living organism to emit light, is well marked in ctenophores. Sexes are not separate. Reproduction takes place only by sexual means. Fertilization is external with indirect development. Examples: Pleurobrachia and Ctenoplana.